Hey everyone, my name is Edmund Chu, second year biochem major. Gonna switch to psychobio, and I am back for another weekly vlog. So for today's weekly vlog, I am going to be talking about a career outside of healthcare that I would be interested in or be pursuing if I wasn't in healthcare, obviously. So right now I'm currently on the pre-optometry track, looking to be an optometrist, obviously. And if I wasn't doing any profession in healthcare, I would be pursuing law. So I originally did come in as a political science major because I was very passionate about law at first and just pre-law in general. So I did come in as a political science major on the pre-law track, but I ended up switching my majors during my student orientation before I entered UCLA, and I switched to biochemistry. So I went from pre-law to pre-health. And the reason I switched at first was because I really enjoyed law, but I didn't enjoy the path to becoming a lawyer. I really did not enjoy reading and just memorizing a lot of things, which I know is like the main thing about law, but I really just enjoyed the subject of law. And I guess that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So my interest in law began in high school. At first, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I feel like I was always set in stone of being a doctor, because at a young age, both my parents were always, growing up in an Asian household, they were always like, oh, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a doctor. But as I grew older, I kind of started branching out, and I really wanted to find new things that would interest me and to see if other professions would be interesting for me to pursue. So in my freshman year of high school, I saw a flyer up for our mock trial team. And at first I had no idea what it was. I really just thought it was, I really just thought it was just another club. And being a freshman, I obviously wanted to join a lot of clubs and get really involved in school because, at the end of the day, I did want to get into a prestigious university. So I ended up going to tryouts, and I ended up making the team as a witness at first. And for my task as a witness my freshman year, I basically had to, mock trial is basically court. It's basically like we are in a courthouse. We go to a courthouse to compete, and every year we're given a different case, and there's a prosecution side and a defense side. So every year there is a different case given, and there's going to be the witnesses and then also the attorneys. So my freshman year, obviously my first year, I did not have the abilities to be an attorney yet, so I just became a witness. And so for that task, I basically had to memorize information because I was a specialist in that field. And it was just really interesting to be actually in a courthouse and like in a real court setting. And it was a trial, obviously, and my attorney on my team would ask me questions, and I would try to disprove the prosecution side. And then the prosecution from the other team would come and cross-examine me, and I would have to come up with answers on the spot and kind of prove my case right or wrong. And so that's when my interest in law began, and I ended up doing mock trial for the next 3 years. So all 4 years of my high school, I did do mock trial. And the next couple years, my sophomore year, I was a witness again, but I knew I kind of wanted to be an attorney, but I'm not sure if I was ready yet. And so I just took one more year to be a witness, kind of get acclimated to things. And my junior and senior year, I was actually an attorney. So being an attorney was really, really fun and really interesting to me because just something about being in a courthouse and being a lawyer was very intriguing, because not only was I trying to defend my case, but I was also trying to prove the other side wrong. And I feel like I'm very, very good at kind of refuting people's ideas, and it's kind of like if I was in a debate, right? So it's very much a debate setting, and I really enjoy that type of setting where I can disprove someone else to prove that I'm correct. And it's not only the competing factor, but it's also the fact that I can help make an impact in someone's life. So obviously with the person that I am trying to protect or trying to prove innocent, I would want to do the best of my abilities to do that, you know? And being in mock trial kind of introduced me to that. It was very much asking questions and trying to prove my point, that my person that I'm trying to protect is being wrongfully accused of something that they didn't do, or that they are innocent, you know? And I feel like I would be a lawyer and I would be pursuing that if it wasn't for pre-health. And if pre-health optometry was not even a question in my life, I would most definitely be on the pre-law track, and I would be sticking with political science as my major. And every single thing about law interests me. It's just the path leading up to it. And I know that I would not enjoy the path to becoming a lawyer. But once I am a lawyer, I would really enjoy that. So I kind of had to think about what I wanted to do. And that is why I ended up choosing optometry. But if I was not, obviously, in the pre-health, pursuing a pre-health career, I would definitely be pursuing pre-law and being a lawyer. And I think just being a lawyer is really, I know some people say it's very sketchy because obviously at some points you have to lie, but I feel that me being a lawyer, if I'm really passionate about something and I'm really passionate that the case that I'm trying to prove wrong or correct is really what I believe in, I feel like I would do my best and do everything that I could to kind of be right, you know? And I really think that's something that every lawyer should be doing, and not only doing it for the money and just be lying, but I feel like if I was a lawyer, I would take on cases that I'm really passionate about. And yeah, I would definitely consider being a lawyer, and sometimes it still does pop up in my head and pursuing the pre-law track, but right now I'm sticking with pre-health. And yeah, that was my weekly vlog. See y'all next week.